My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Against the Storm! Rightio, what's been going on in here? It looks like we are halfway through the storm here in year 5. We have Under an Open Sky currently active, but everyone is housed, so we don't have to worry about the negative 5 to the penny to resolve. Also, it looks like we have reasonable support of everyone's happiness, such to a degree that I don't really even have to worry about it in a vacuum. That is largely provided by the negative 100 hostility that I've been able to provide for our settlement based off of the fact that discovering glades does not increase hostility. The fact that, no, it's not that one. Forest mitigation's only mitigated 10 of it, but hostility has also been mitigated by 50 from the sacrificed wood, but there's the 40 from safe haven as well, which we should double down on as soon as we can. So by doubling down on this, what I'm looking to do is create a second small hearth and then prosper that to such a degree that I get the second trigger. Savvy? Our herb garden is going well. We are getting a ridiculous amount of roots and a ridiculous amount of herbs consistently, courtesy of the spices. This is what we were doing all the way through the last video, grinding out 4 loads of 75, so 300 biscuits. And it also has managed to increase our herb production by 4 and our root production by 4. Honestly, there are so many cornerstones that now just take us to the moon. Anything that contributes well to my farming especially, but something that comes to mind is there's one that doubles the effectiveness of farms, or maybe just plus 50% to the effectiveness of farms. Whichever it is, with 10 herbs, taking that to 15 would be absolutely ridiculous. Okay, having a look at our other general resources, we're doing okay. It looks like I could probably just keep us running right now. Doesn't look like I had any immediate problems I needed to address. We have only 1 beaver who's not currently otherwise employed. Now I do want this flax field ideally to exhaust during the next summer. I could make some copper bars, I believe, at this point. One thing worth noting as well is that we do not have access to any trading whatsoever, but global production is 50% faster as a result of the deserted caravans. This is our self-sufficient society, insofar as one can exist. Okay, 2 of you in that harvester's camp seems good to me. I don't suspect we're going to be able to get the 42 charges out of that by the end of this, though. Does that alter my priorities deeply? I mean, I've got to fill back up my woodcutter's camps, so I'm going to have to take some of you. I also think with as little terrain as we actually have for the beavers, it doesn't really make sense for that forester's hut to have a full... what's the word I'm looking for? A full complement of beavers at the moment. So this blight post is completely fine to just hold 1. Great. Looks like our clothier is going good and consistent. More than happy to just keep that up. Just plus 5 free resolve, effectively, for humans and beavers consistently. Okay. Let's get our Cornerstone. Ancient Pact, cheap construction without restrictions or survivor bonding. Ancient Pact giving us the ability to see into the dangerous and forbidden glades. It's interesting, and losing villages wouldn't be that difficult for me, but you know, sometimes just without restrictions is villages have a 10% chance of receiving bonus yields from production, but consumption control is disabled. Cheap construction, all buildings cost 40% less, but every discovered resource node has -5 charges. I like the idea of taking cheap construction. It's just, like, because there's 5 parts in all of my camps, if I deconstructed all of my camps, all of them give me back 5 parts right now, full deconstruction value, and then I got cheap construction, and then I reconstructed all of my camps, would I just be getting back 40% of the parts? Because that would give me the ability to support like a very large society, as well as, well, I was about to say sell a bunch of parts, but we don't really sell anything. Plus 10% to villager speed, 1 global resolve. I don't think that's necessarily bad. It's just I feel like all of these are not where I want to be right now. I'm gonna roll. Rigorous training has made your scouts exceptionally efficient. For every 5 with brawling fulfilled, bring back twice as many goods from events. That's not gonna be really my thing. All houses have room for 1 more villager. That's a good fallback. Rebellious spirit, gain 1 global resolve for every 2 patience points. And family gratitude, gain 40 water skins for every full reputation point observed through high resolve. So do I have production reasonably for anything that the ale can be packed into? I can make water skins right now. I can only make them at the clothier, and I can only make them with leather, which I do not have consistent access to. So if I'm looking to use, you know, leisure as well as pickled goods, 2 of the most important ways probably here to get a lot of resolve for the humans and beavers and lizards at the same time, I am going to want some additional supplemental access to containers. So I'm going to take the water skins. For every reputation point earned through high resolve, we will get 40 water skins. At some point in the game, that will eventually be paying for all of our water skins. At least that's the goal. We shall see if we make it there. Obviously, it's time to stop sacrificing. I mean, I guess I can just let everyone work for a bit. There's no need to keep the game on pause constantly, I guess. Fine. 2 simple tools would actually give me the ability to open one of the other caches. 1 human, 2 beavers, 2 lizards. Yeah, I do want additional lizards. This is going to be my choice. Also, the 10 would be this one up here for 25 clay as well as 30 meat. Or I could send it to the Citadel in order to get the amber as well as some reputation. There's nothing wrong with getting the amber as well as a little bit of reputation, especially because 0.5 reputation gets me closer not only to the next blueprint, which is obviously very important to me, but also means that I only have to stay above high resolve for a very small period of time until I can tick over and get my water skins. Let's do this. I mean, I guess the only reason not to do that is if this is way more important to wait for, and I don't think it is. Okay, how go our cookhouses? Incredibly well, it looks like. We are at almost complete and full efficiency for baking biscuits literally constantly. I love it. You know, another thing that comes to mind is because we are in a drizzle, now would be the appropriate time to break into a new area if I wanted to, and I believe I was planning this one. Hence all the adjacent woodcutters camps here. I believe that was my ideal. Get a little bit of a track coming down this way. Beauty. Reveal unto me the secrets of this dangerous Glade game. Oh, 60 hostility every 20 seconds. We can also pay it with the resins, so it's not that difficult. Also, +3 global resolve, as well as +1 to global resolve for every 2 caches opened after that point. 5 ancient tablets, 40. Yeah, absolutely, we're gonna be looting this. All your goods are worth 50% less to traders. Honestly, it wouldn't even be that bad if we had the negative of this occur, but I am more happy to, at the start of Drizzle, start incurring the 60 hostility every 60 seconds, so that hopefully I can get it to end before the storm begins. We've got 3 minutes 10 left in this Drizzle, and then we have clearance after that, so yeah, we'll have the Hidden Trader Cemetery should be done by then. Cookhouse. Hilariously, there is actually a cookhouse here. I mean, 4 planks, 4 bricks. What does a cookhouse even cost me? Not even significantly more than that. I think I go for the mushrooms and pickled goods here. It's just another Glade event, another the area to rob, basically. Love this terrain that we're finding down here. That's another herb garden for shoresies. Also, we're finally cleaning up this area directly behind the Ancient Heart, so we can actually build stuff there. This has been a very, very strained and strange city. I dig it, though. Yeah, you can use the pottery as well. I'm fine with that. Up to a max of 60 for the ale? Why was I making up to a max of 60 for the ale? Was I trying to complete something? Yes! I was trying to complete packs of luxury goods using luxuries for the Citadel, which I can now do here in the Carpenter. Take the two of you out of the brewery because I don't have the ability to actually serve the drinks at the moment. You can go into the Harvester's Camp, and then we've got 2 beavers for the Carpenter, and they will be carpenting with the ale in order to get us to a total of 30 packs of luxury goods, please. Oh boy, this is going well. As soon as I get the ability to actually give leisure, the humans and the beavers will start giving us actual consistent reputation rewards, which just gives us more water skins, which gives them more leisure, and so on and so forth. I'm really, really pleased about this build. Oh, I feel like every time I play this game, I get just a little bit more efficient, just a little bit closer to where I ultimately want to be. I kind of do want to, like, let this limit roll. Make as many as you can. Don't stop. Because making them is what's increasing the value of our root and herb production. It's also worth noting, we've got another +2 to herb and root production since the last time we'd spoken about it. Looks like a couple of free workers, previously working on the cache, I guess. I am simply amazed how we are constantly out of flour. I know we have 8 bakers working constantly exclusively with it, but still. Woodcutters has nothing nearby, fair enough. Let's reorient these as far downwards as we can. And this. Friend, where do you want to be? I want to clear up the area directly around the outside of the Forbidden Glade, because breaking that could also be very, very difficult, dangerous, but also rewarding. Another lizard house for our final unhoused. What are y'all complaining about now? No flour? Currently being produced. But you know what? Yeah, if you're gonna run out of flour, I think I can run with just 1 cookhouse for the moment. Which gives me a couple of you for this Harvester's Camp, which actually I might want to hold off on harvesting this Harvester's Camp. Yeah, because it's actually pretty close. In the next drizzle, I could just finish that. You know, immediately assign enough harvesters to do it. I'll watch over it. I'll do it at the moment. I'll take them off in time. I hope. The Blight Post looks like it's still going to be reasonably well prepared, even without my direct attention. High level of corruption, that is to be expected. It's only 102% of max. We'll be good. Luxuries for the Citadel has come to you. We get 4 more wildfire essences, we get 5 more villages, we get 30 more bricks, and 1 reputation, giving me the ability to finally see a new building. Oh, thank heck. Monastery. Monastery is incredible here. So it gives us the ability to fulfill religion, which the humans and the lizards both love. It gives us the ability to fulfill leisure, which both the humans and the beavers love. And it gives us the green brew passive effect, which is negative 100 hostility, which is absolutely absurdly powerful. There we go. That's where that monastery will be, and now that gives me the ability also to only have to build 8 more comfort, 4 more aesthetic, and 4 more harmony. 844. I mean, this garden looks like it would pair perfectly with the other one. So that's now only 4 comfort and 4 harmony remaining that I require. I mean, there is about to be a herb garden down there. Yeah, this is what I'm gonna do. I'll put all of the final Oh no, it's blocked in that final corner. Do I have a free space so I can just drop this down on somewhere? No. Okay, right, now I'm gonna have to find a different place for 2 lizard posts. Really complicating things, game. I think like right there might be okay, in that I will immediately forget that it's there, and that will be good. That is the desired outcome in this instance. Okay, now it is time to take y'all off of the harvesting. I think it's also time to get some of our lizards in the blight post, giving them a little bit more resolve. Also, looks like I'm going to need to house another lizard immediately. Not a problem whatsoever, just wasn't expecting to have to do it so soon again. Let's get another human house over on the other side as well. So that's everyone housed. After those are constructed, obviously. But we also have a fair few constructors flying about at the moment, so we should be okay. Carpenter is... we made even more luxury goods again, which we shouldn't have done at that point. Should have taken them off the job. Oops, my bad. Looks like we are finally starting to get a couple of crystallized dew. Not really that much from the plots of land, unfortunately. Okay. Actually, I suspect the lizard is not gonna... the lizard's almost happy with me. I guess as soon as this lizard house goes down, they might be. But I may need to hover over favoring them just to get them across that hump. Lizards really don't like me right now. Storm's rolling in. I'm ready for it though. Cookhouse is being looted, so we will actually have some pickled goods, which is going to give the lizards a little bit of very useful resolve to weather us through this next storm. It's also very worthwhile to get a couple of you back in that workshop at this point. Do I want to save mushrooms because I can use them for pickled goods at the moment? I suspect so. But then I have to tell the rain mill that I no longer want to use mushrooms. And that hurts. I don't have that many roots. It's not like I'm overwhelmed with the amount of herbs that I have as well, either. I guess I can let up on my ridiculous biscuit construction for a little bit of time here. Okay, so we are now at 8 out of 8 hostility. Unfortunately, charged rain has a possibility of killing people consistently. What is happening here is we still have 25 seconds left on the hidden trader cemetery. So I'm just gonna need to take down as much hostility as I can while that finishes. I'm not even capable of lowering charged rain, preventing the possible fading effect. So I think I'm just gonna have to roll the possibility of fading for the next couple of seconds here, unfortunately. Is there any alternative I have access to? Not really, as I can assess it. Come on. I lost 3 people at the same time. A lizard cook, a beaver clothier, and a human farmer all died at the same trigger there. Couple more seconds and boom, there goes all of the hostility. Immediately resolves every problem. I knew that was coming. I wish it was just so slightly sooner. So very slight and so very soon. All right. Let's get our next herb garden constructed, noting that that is by far our next highest priority. I mean, it's pretty long path to a warehouse at this point. I'm getting a little skeptical of that. Wait, we are in the storm currently. I guess, yeah, I'm fine with burning this much wood to get through the storm while I'm still cutting down wood. Because everyone's resolve is ridiculous. Okay, humans, can take a couple of you out of the monastery. Feel free to go fill up that herb garden. Gas, brewery, carpenter again. I mean, you know, someone needs to make some of the planks. Still worthwhile at this point. Rest in rip to the 3 who died, but looks like the rest of us made it through stronger for it. I would like to expand to new terrain and find roots that I can just harvest. Because if I could just immediately harvest roots by themselves in a normal environment, like here, it's upgrading the normal yield of 3 roots, and it's not very common. It's, you know, once or twice a cycle, I don't know, up to 11. But a harvester's camp sitting directly next to roots is every couple of seconds you get 1, which would also have an additional 8. So instead of every couple of seasons, I get, you know, 11 from a couple of different spots. Every couple of seconds, I'm getting 9 from the same. I want it so badly I can taste it. Let's get another final woodcutter. There we go. And I would like to break into this, please, now. Ooh, or the dangerous glade first. I don't want to go to the dangerous glade. Let's do that first. It's just easier. So the large reason is it's easier to construct a secondary hearth in like something up here, something down here. This is just a bit difficult, a bit awkward. This would be better, but again, like it's another area that I'm gonna have to open down towards that direction. Let's get... Okay, the blight post workers. I mean, I guess you do kind of still need to be there. Y'all are gonna take a couple more trips to take that over here. The harvester's camp is important to me. So I think I should probably just stock that up. I'll take 2 of you out of the blight post because I don't think you need to be there right now. And 1 of you out of the clothier as well. We'll have them free to reassign soon. Another Cornerstone rolls in. The ability to have woodcutters decrease their hostility provided by 12. So right now, our woodcutters are 9, and they are providing a total of 216, right? So that's 24 that they're each providing, so it halves the negative resolve that the woodcutters are giving us. Really what that gives me is the ability to have, you know, negative 100 hostility while I'm not in Storm, which what that really translates to is +4 resolve. Wait, is that the case? No, Looming Darkness is only relevant during the storm. But I swear that, yeah, hostility does increase for every level there as well. So there is also -4 global resolve from another modifier just related to the hostility by itself. So I think I will take the flame amulets here. And yeah, you can immediately see the positive effect it's had on everyone. They are smiling about it from now until doomsday. Also tell them they are actually breaking into the 18 herbs, 5 bricks. I mean, it's not resources that I desperately want, but I think I will take the additional humans in this instance. Also, I can house them very quickly. Only need 2 more homes, 1 and 2. Oh, baby, that's a lot of soil! And a drainage mole. Okay, a wild beast that usually lives underground. I hope I have one of the requirements. I do. Oh boy, I do not have any of the requirements that it wants. I am immediately going to resolve the fact that I don't have any of the requirements that it wants, lest I die. So let's go to consumption control. No one's allowed to eat meat. That's not food stuff you're allowed. Honestly, no one should be eating anything except for biscuits, frankly. No raw food for anyone. Chomp on the biscuits. That's what I'm making them for. Plus, it's worth noting, you know, the raw food after it goes through, you know, translation conditions. Cooking, I guess is what I'm looking for. Multiplies. You end up with more output than input. Okay, so we're looking to just gather the hell out of this Slick Shell Broodmother, but that's just 21 by itself. There's another one up here. Okay. And then intend all of them for priority 5 construction. I need to free up as many lizards as I have capacity to. We'll free up those harvests there. Great. This is how I want to deal with the drainage mole, right? Like, it'll take insects, it'll take training gear, it'll take simple tools, it'll take infused tools. Can I make any of those in a better way than I am currently? Not so much. Or at all. Harvest camp has no deposits nearby, that makes sense. I definitely do not need to move these. They just get disassembled. I mean, yeah, that's a very, very sad forester's hut, but it is getting some crystallized here. It could be worse. This is stalling out pretty unfortunately. It's probably worth only having 1 worker in there at the construction rate that we're currently working with. Anything else that I need to adjust for speed before we do anything else? Not so far as I can tell right now. Alright. So the drainage mole, by the way, is bad-tempered when hungry. kills villages and destroys research nodes and buildings within a 200 field radius. Oh god. I'm also going to need bone marrow. Marrow. Just marrow is good enough to say, I guess. I'm gonna need as much of the sea marrow, that's what it's called, as I can get in order to increase the speed of this event as well. Gives us -22 to resolve while we're working on it, as well as plus 300 hostility, so it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be rough. It's gonna be tumble. But I believe that it may screw us. Oh well. If it did that ages ago. Okay. Oh boy. How long can I even afford to take before I know that I'm out of time? I have a lizard anywhere else I can replace? Not at the moment. Fine, I guess I'm taking you out. Go to this trapper's camp, please. Yeah, because like each of these camps, oh boy. Like each of those camps is going to have to completely fill once, take them back to base. This is probably going to blow up. I'm scared. I'm constantly pausing because of that anxiety. Okay. So the second stonecutter's camp isn't currently being constructed. Don't have enough parts for it. Do I have any other buildings I could deconstruct at this point? Not that I'm really familiar with. The workshop is able to let out. The cookhouse has absolutely no stock of flour whatsoever because we're not getting roots yet. Oh boy. Carpenter's turning up their nose at the job as well. So now that we're starting to get some meat delivered, I immediately want to... Oh, but the thing is, I'm going to have the negative resolve as soon as I start working on the event, but I need to start shipping things over. Every lizard is currently gathering, so they are furious with me right now. Oh boy. As soon as I get to take all the lizards off gathering, I guess this is going to get better, but still, oof. Alright, this is the first trapper's camp done. Are we gonna get the meat in time? Oh, God. Oh, you are kidding me. There's no way. Oh, there's no way. Please. Just 5 and then another forced delivery of oh god. This is gonna come down to seconds if we do actually even end up managing to do this. Okay, so they're now actually constructing that, which now gives me the ability to like disband every trapper's camp instantly. None of those are relevant at all in any way. Now I just need this stonecutter's camp, and I need that stocked. I also need to start burning any sea marrow that I have access to. So it takes me 2 minutes and 51 seconds to complete this. Currently that occurs after the end of after the start of the storm, but it does occur. Obviously, it is currently boosted by our burning of some sea marrow, which we're not going to have a ridiculous amount consistently. That is going to disappear in a little moment. I mean, we are not even going to need to burn anything down in the season from that. Yep, time's just going back up. We have some sea marrow back at base again. I'm gonna turn on a sacrifice rate of 1. If we can keep it at a sacrifice rate of 1, that actually does keep us under the limit. That would be enough. The only problem is we basically need constant delivery to do that. Okay, so the negative hostility can heavily be mitigated right now. Well, I say heavily. It's significantly less mitigated by taking people off of woodcutting previously than it was. But I can mitigate level 4, which is the most stringent of them. Okay. How goes delivery in the event? We also don't need to use the blight post. Yeah, we don't even need to burn any blight rot at the moment. If we can navigate this safely, everything is fine. If we can't, oh my god, I'm terrified. It will explode everything. But also, if I do succeed, I get 5 ale a minute. I get negative 50 hostility points. I get 16 for the food stockpile. I get 40 coal. So many rewards. So dense. Gosh. Do I need to be increasing? Oh, that sea marrow is about to disappear. Okay, I'm gonna also build a path out here. And I have a stonecutter's camp. I will pre-build one. It's a long trip that it's going to have to make in order to get back to actually deliver it, but I have a bunch of free workers at the moment. This is, I think, still relevant and good. Okay, we're starting to lose people. People are starting to run away. How can I lower my hostility even further at this point? In any way? Not really. I mean, complete the event. It's the major way to do it. Not going to be able to prevent at least one beaver from leaving here, if not a beaver and a lizard. I hope to gosh it's not. Well, I mean, it's not any of the humans, because there's humans on Drainage Mall, thankfully. I'm going to increase the burn rate here. Yeah. Beaver and lizard gone. Both of them were stonecutters, unfortunately. Immediately need to restock those. This event should be complete in literally like a couple seconds at this point. Do it. Boom. Event complete. And breathe. Good God. Remarkable. We get another cornerstone. None of these are incredible. Meat specialization. We just gave up the opportunity to really ramp that up, but it's also not important to us. Mushroom production. We don't really have much mushroom on the map. Do we have any right now? No. Training grounds and prayer book. I'm so, like, none of these are going to take any impact for a period of time, so I'm not going to prioritize them at all. I don't need to. I'm just going to move my woodcutters to go and open another glade for us. There you go. Have it that one. And I will keep all of the stonecutters camps filled. The rain mill. I really thought that you would have enough roots at this point. I think I might need to turn herb production off. If I have one of them only making roots and one of them making roots and herbs, I think I'll be fine. That gives me a little bit of a, like, the scale, a ratio. Okay. I'm also going to move all of our stonecutters over here and just go absolutely ham. I'll finish this stuff here when I can. The drainage mole is going to need to be out of my way. Here is the Forgotten Temple of the Sun. If I give you 24 of my fabric, you won't destroy all of my trade goods. That seems good. Ancient tablets aren't that important to me. Scrolls, bricks, none of those. Honestly, I'm very likely to go for the reputation game. There's a scribe down here. I mean, I'll happily take that as a way to get some scroll production if I ever want it. Do I think it's easier for me to use incense, cosmetics, or packs of trade goods for the completion of this event? Let's have a look. Incense, cosmetics, packs of trade goods. Nope, because I don't have any of them. This is absolutely going to be fabric. And then the scribe. I mean, just go and rebuild. What's in the area? Oh my god! I don't have the foragers camp, and they're big! I need the foragers camp as soon as possible. These roots. They hold my salvation. Does our Cornerstone want to be picked first here for any reason? Given what I just experienced, honestly, the prayer book is probably the only one of these that's going to be relevant before the next year. Scouts work 10% faster on a Glade event for every firekeeper that is assigned to a hearth. I'm also going to take some grain here just to give a secondary material for turning into flour right now. Okay, food is going bad. We are not currently actually cooking. Let's see what we can do about that. A brewery. Yeah, I don't need the roots you had. You can kick them out for someone else. The pickled goods, though. Since I can use eggs and mushroom. Absolutely. Let's go make all of those in the brewery. I've got an additional human. I have an additional human because they are good at brewing. They should be hanging out there. When this event is done, I will now have the ability to define where I want my next hearth in this area, which I think is going to be like basically there. Although that also does bring up a good point that I should get a woodcutter's camp over here just to open up the area a little bit, because I know that I'm about to be placing a whole lot of stuff there. And I'm gonna need a whole lot of space for it. I don't have enough stone to consider paved roads at this point, and I definitely don't have enough copper to consider reinforced roads, unfortunately. I feel like reinforcement of roads is something that I'm currently overlooking as well. An area for rapid improvement, should it be focused upon. Why am I letting them make resin? That's entirely my fault. This area could have been so much more useful. Resin, if you're wondering, I don't need because I get it from cutting down every tree. Yep, just about everyone. Come on, drainage mole, run out of stuff soon. High level corruption. That tracks. I can tell you make up to a total of 15 at any one time, and that'll be fine by me. So this gets us through our drizzle. Clearance upcoming. Reputation reached. We have a butcher, a furnace, a temple, and a scribe. Obviously not going to be taking the scribe. Already have access to that. Like, at this point, this one has to be furnace or reroll. So the skewers are loved by the lizard folk. 1 second while I stop this window frame from rattling the inside time. The skewers are loved by the lizard folk, the jerky by the humans and the lizard folk alike. However, getting any of the meat stuffs for that, or the insects for that consistently, gonna be a real issue. The furnace offers us the ability to make copper bars out of copper ore. I just don't know how I'm getting consistent copper ore generation on this map. I think I'm just occasionally getting it when I cut down stone, which I guess I don't have any examples of stone direct on the map. I'm not even getting it from the sea deposits there. It's entirely possible I only got it from events. Well, hang on. The more I think about this, the more it definitely is reroll. Trapper's Camp. Forager's Camp. Forager's Camp gives us the ability to get the roots, which are roots still a problem for us? They are indeed. Yep, I'm taking that. I think it's very much worth its while at this point. The Trapper's Camp could only get us this large node in the Slickshell Broodmothers up in that corner. Other than that, what I'm really looking for is the Foragers. Perfect. Heck, this will even get large vegetable, which, do I have large vegetable anywhere? Excuse me? No, all these vegetables are weenie. Alas. We still now have the ability to get 2 of these down for the root deposit. I will also now take apart, I think, one of these, the most empty, if there is one. There we go, the Stone Goddess Camp. Noting that I definitely don't need 3 of those active at all times. In fact, I could happily take apart another one, and happily will. There we go. Immediately to prove my point of the fact that I could do that, I will do that. Yeah, that's what we got back. That's resolving. So realistically, now I just need some infrastructure so people can actually get to and from these camps. Seeming good to me. Okay. Our flour has stopped yet again. Although it will absolutely pick up pace as soon as we get the root collection beginning. So I'm not too worried about that. In fact, we may even want to stock more people to start making more biscuits after that point. We're well prepared for the next season. We're about to get a reputation point, and with it, 40 more water skins, helping us make even more ale to give us even more reputation points. Let's choose a new building in Stamping Mill. Best pottery, but I don't have any access to clay on this map. Oh, I do have access to clay. I just haven't been seeing a lot of it. Wild. Supplier, smithy, tincture. I mean, pretty much all of these suck. I'm gonna reroll. Bakery, brickyard, clay pit, and press. So what the brickyard is really offering is the ability to get crystallized dew production as well, without this forester's hut having to be involved. But I could just set up a second forester's hut at this point, and that would not be bad. And in fact, I will do that. And I should stop using this tone as though I'm questioning a thing when I am actually just confirming the thing. I'm not using rising intonation, but still implicit question in there. I'm certain of it. Let's get a couple more pieces of fabric made. Actually, remembering that we are about to restock the cookhouse as well, I will make sure that it is not lizards that are doing that task at the time. Now, pave that over, and our next hearth could go... Is there actually anything wrong with this position? So the warehouse would then go there. Ultimately, it's got to be built around the fact that the herb garden's going to need to be something like that. Right, and that's building further out to the left. And I'm going to need to still have the full construction around it. Okay, so I've just got to move the woodcuts over. I believe I have the space to do this. Yeah, there. It's exactly that position. Excellent. Oh, man. So 21 crystallized yew is 7 lots of making 2 simple tools. So I can make 17 simple tools. Sorry, 14 simple tools with what I currently have, taking us to 15. Unfortunately, not close enough yet to open this large amount of cache. But if I could open it, it would give me food stockpiles as well as crystallized yew to be able to break into the next one, which also continues my need to open all of these caches. Do I actually have the ability to make jerky? Even if I tried, could I? Because I do have the need to sustain people's lusts for jerky. This should also probably, there we go, be moved further up so that I can clear out all of the terrain that is otherwise preventing me from accessing the rest of that farmable soil. Obviously, as soon as the hearth is actually down, I will start moving buildings over so that I can populate it. I've got... Do I have enough service buildings? No, I only have the monastery. If I get another service building, then I have the ability to make both towns prosper. I think there's no reason not to reroll again. And market is incredible. So that would be the ability for me to provide the luxury requirement to the beavers, which I'm not actually leaping at the opportunity to do. What I really want from this is the ability to get the passive effect market carts, and that is plus 10 to carry capacity for absolutely everyone on board. Okay, that goes there. And because we don't have the harpies manning the hearth, our carry capacity at the moment is 5. The harpies would give us another 5. This gives us 10 on top of our base 5. It's even better than having the harpies. Obviously not better than having this and the harpies, but I digress. Honestly, everything seems to be going grand at the moment. I don't think anything needs a slight adjustment nor change. Just need the builders to be a bit more zealous. Have a bit more pep in their step. Alright. Put a lizard in there because lizards like being in the heat. So being a firekeeper is more than a natural pairing for them. Speaking of a natural pairing, I'll put them in the Blight Post now to get ready for fighting the Blight in the next season. Do I actually need to fight the Blight in the season even? If I properly decorate, then I won't. Okay. There we go. As for aesthetic, something next to the market seems appropriate to me. Yeah, let's go with... Oh, actually, I'm gonna gird that garden... Or gird that garden with parks, rather. So that's my 1 aesthetic, my 8 comfort. So as long as I move 14 people in there, so that's another 6, another 3 buildings. I mean, I might as well make it consistent, continue moving humans. Especially because I know that I have an even amount of humans, so I know that none of these is going to have only 1 human leaving me hanging a little bit. I mean, that's honestly a completely fine space for it. Let's tell you to prioritize the garden decorations of each type. And you know what? I'm gonna take everyone out of the blight post. No burning blight cysts. I don't think I need it. We're about to watch this number changed upwards, unfortunately. That is not the correct direction for that number to be going right now. For me, personally. For my tastes. I know that I'm gonna be getting additional corruption resistance. But is it gonna be enough? 114% of maximum. Each level of this gives me another 150 corruption resistance. I'm gonna get another 300. Yeah, I'll be fine. The reason I really want to kind of keep these Blightrot cysts is, well, I mean, obviously not the first level of cyst, which isn't helping me at all, but these level of cysts, workers have a plus 25% chance of doubling their production. I know I keep mentioning it, but it is very important. In my defense, it's worth mentioning. Now begins the storm of our discontent. Thankfully, barely does anything to us. We've got the small hearth getting its first level up, and that has not taken us out of the pan. But as soon as we make these two other sets of decorations, there we go. We've ascended one more level, and now we are truly out of both the pan and fire. 94% of our maximum. How goes my flower production? Is garbage, apparently. Understandably, I have a ridiculous amount of roots. That's just not going to stop. By the time these are both gone, and I do intend to just exploit both of these resources to their nub, I will never need another root. Don't need another herb at this point either. Do I need a second flower production facility? Lumbermill, Druid's Hut, Smokehouse, and Tinkerer present themselves to us. I just don't see how this is significantly better than what I already have access to. I kind of want good incense production, but I'm not going to settle for 1 star. Ranch. So I actually do have a decent amount of, not a ridiculous amount of plant fiber. I wouldn't be able to use this to make meat consistently, at least. No, I'm going to be holding out for another reroll here. I think it's the right choice. The carpenter, however, you should get busy planting. Also, actually, the pickled goods, I would love to keep those flowing. To a limit of 50 is completely fine with me. You can start using roots. I will have enough. That is okay. The carpenter. Now that I'm not taking woodcutters off during the off-season, I guess, of woodcutting, or what I would otherwise want to describe as the off-season of woodcutting, I so seldom have them free for the carpenter. But I'm completely out of planks, so one really good reason to focus on getting them, I guess. But also then I can use those, yeah, I'll go with that, I guess. I prioritize making simple tools, but I have to make the planks in order to make the simple tools. I don't really need more planks right now, right? Oh, I guess I need 9 more planks for the market, but oh, damn. My warehouse is also behind on parts? Ooh, that's not good. It might almost be time to take down my next woodcutter's camp. Take them apart, recycle them, reuse them, rebuild them. right, we managed to make our way through that season with the absolute most blight rot left over, which does mean that I may have to be ready in the next storm to fight all of 2 seasons, or I guess 6 seasons combined worth of blight rot. I hope I don't have to do that. It seems like it could be difficult. I mean, this rain mill does have a path to get all the way here to the main warehouse. You know what? I have enough stone that this is an important enough path to me. It needs to be done much more quickly. I'm gonna just replace those central roads there. There we go. The arterial roads, if you will. Oh, but I want them to come out to this one as well. Bugger. It'll have to do. I mean, there's the foragers' camps down there. They're very important. They're going to be looted many times over the course of this game. Down here, we were looking for our next forester's hut. So, as long as I drop those, and then take down that tree, we will be a-okay for that. Cornerstone time. Ooh! Buddy, these are good. Well-rested workers, I will read first. Just the right amount. Villagers with leisure fulfilled. It's not all of ours, admittedly. I want to make a second brewery, I think. But, I digress. Have a plus 20% chance of doubling their yields. They're doing all of my farming. They're doing all of our production of important degrees. Like, it's just anyone except for lizards is plus 20% chance of doubling their yields. And their yields are for large products. I'm taking the well-rested workers. It's appropriate. And now I am going to need a second brewery about it. So I do think they should, or rather, one of them should focus on pickled goods and the other one should focus on ale. And that much I can be certain of. We're out of corruption, yeah, that makes sense. I'm gonna tell the workshop at this point that you can also make planks, because they make them at almost the same efficiency as the carpenter, a little bit less, but I'll deal with it just in order to have more hands on the job at the moment, so to speak. And here I'll take as many non-lizards as I can. Lizards are not going to be as powerful going forwards. I don't have that many free workers in order to, like, really revamp everything like I'm currently trying to do. Do I have any folk who might volunteer for such a thing? Anyone who's doing a job that just definitely does not need to be done? Or am I just going to keep discovering people who are doing extremely legitimate jobs that I need to be funding more? Like, this Claudia. I could definitely use more coats at this point. I also need to just continue expanding the terrain around the other. Let's move our other woodcutters camps. But it's really this warehouse that needs to be built. Because it's such a hub, but it's not being treated that way at the moment. You know, I'm going to take apart this woodcutters camp down here. We're only going to have 2 woodcutters camps at any one time at the moment. And this is a forester's hut. You don't make resin. go. Run some roads down here. All's good. Is there anything else I need to fix right now? I mean, set the warehouse priority up, I think, as well as get the rest of those farm fields active. I think mostly everything's on track still. I'm so glad to finally have the real spicy spice run. 12 extra roots per root. Like, hang on, can we see someone harvesting? Someone harvesting, please. Please, please, please. Going to rest? No, everyone's tired. Come on. I want to see... Oh my god, they also produce herbs from this. No wonder they're constantly in delivery. I almost wonder if it would make sense to just have a warehouse right there. It's 2 parts, and parts are hard for me. But almost every time they harvest, they need to start making trips in order to deliver all of it. A lot of this is actually about to be fixed now that I have 1 person in the market, so everyone has plus 10 carry capacity, so they will be making fewer trips at least. That should fix up, like, a lot of efficiency problems. This market is so important. Like, instead of taking 3 or 4 trips to empty the same building, you're taking 1. There's some more water skins for us. I hear them arrive. I mean, yeah, you can make them out of that if you'd like as well, but... Ooh. Well, so Bouncer Trousers, it does look like we've actually managed to make a decent amount of simple tools here. Nothing I want out of that. I mean, the copper bars and crystallized dew could be kind of decent. Nothing I want out of that. This one's very important. I will prioritize opening the large abandoned cache. This is the one with the crystallized dew as well as the food stockpiles. And the final I wanted to check is also deeply unimportant to me. So I sent 19 to another one. I have a total of 33. So I have 14 left over, so I can open this medium then and cash out this side, which I will do. Looks like we finally have a positive flow of flour. I'm certain that the shorter and more efficient deliveries are making a good deal of difference towards that. Next brewery is... Where are some excess humans? Where are humankind? All around the place at the moment, but... I guess I can trade a couple of you off of the abandoned cache. So, 2 of you go into the brewery, where you are specialized. It's time to start making ale. I would like everyone to constantly be drunk. No, I do not care what ramifications this has on society here. I feel like they've done a hard yard. They deserve a delectable drop. Let's turn the plank production off here. And I guess we can even take y'all out of that. And again, from this next carpenter, yes, this forester's hut is actually ready, so I can start sewing everything down there. That's where I can get all of my excess beavers to go for the moment. And I'm also going to need to make sure that the blight post is properly stocked. Because we are Yeah, 160% of max. I do believe we will still be able to get that in time. I don't think that's going to be a problem for us. And let's build another human house. As well as a lizard house. And then I could even get the next level of defense. It's gonna cost a little bit here though. I'm gonna go for a lizard post there. One there. For fire shrines, let's go with one here and here. Okay, so that's the 4 harmony decorations that I need to get. Now it's only another garden and 2 parks if I want to be lazy about it. And I assure you, I currently do. So now I just require, as the final step, more houses, which requires more space. You know, I may actually need to put down individuals here. So I need to put down 8 of these. Let's go 1, 2, 3. And then that's our full 5. I think I can take that down, and I'm looking for a ground connection. I'm trying to make some piping through the entire area here that looks relatively naturalistic. And now I only need, what, like a smattering of night fern about the place? That's not at all difficult. In fact, I can even do 4 of them down there. That frees up this entire area for moving more houses over to, which is deathly important. Perfect. And with this, I achieve another powerful hearth. The storm begins. Wow, everyone's working at the moment, for real? I guess that's why nothing getting built. Is anyone doing nothing? Anyone want to raise their hand and tell me that they are underutilized, that they feel like they could be taking on more work? Gosh, I mean, there are things that I just don't need much more of right now. Like, I don't need more roots. I don't need more herbs. I don't need more sea marrow. I don't need more wood. I could just take people off of those jobs. And, you know, as a fact, I just will. I'm not going to worry about the efficiency of taking the wrong people off just before they finish a task at just a certain amount of time. At this point, the meta level efficiency of just making the decision and going through with it, I think, is going to be more impactful. So they're off. Now I've got some more builders. I desperately don't need any of you doing that at the moment. Go build things. Go create. Oh, there we go. We finally run out of... Wait, hang on. You've made enough pickled goods that they don't want anymore? So I will prioritize pickled goods over ale here. But as a backstop, you can make up to 100 ale, sure. I love that. A little bit of a helping hand with the ale. Honestly, I feel like at this point, all I'm really looking for is money so that I can re-roll my blueprints, and blueprints so that I can try and get access to religion, so incense creation, wine creation, or an education building would still be relevant, I think. Can I even make pie? I think there might be a brick oven here, yeah. And brick oven is just flour and herbs. I can absolutely make that. I'm taking a brick oven. Boom. Travis Camp is back. Unfortunately, none of these offer me the ability to create incense, which is my main focus at the moment. Granary, slightly better pickled goods production than I currently have access to, but really we need to focus ourselves on that clan hall and that Explorer's Lodge. So the Explorer's Lodge with the passive effect of Crown Chronicles, +1 to Global Resolve for each rebuilt or salvaged ruin. I believe we've rebuilt or salvaged 3 ruins, +3 to Global Resolve, but Brawling and Religion are available in the clan hall. Unfortunately, this only gives me access to Brawling as a new thing, and I don't have the ability to make training gear, so this isn't actually supporting that. But what this is supporting is Ancient Ways. All camps produce 100% more yields. But do I need that? It would make everything ridiculous, but it's not like I can translate that into a different value. Like, I can't sell those goods and use them as something else, unfortunately. I think I've got to take the Explorer's Lodge, giving us access to both education and brawling. Also, a little bit more chillness, happiness, favor, glory, resolve. I found it in the end. Yeah, we're definitely safe on the Ancient Hearth front already. And there goes the end of the housing that we required at that time. And yeah, this is all still got to get constructed down here, but looks like we are getting that hearth level up very, very soon. I mean, I still want all of these builders, but I guess, no, I'm entirely out of stone. They're not building because they can't build at the moment. Although these ones here, they're not building because they're lazy, I guess. I now have a ridiculous amount of crystallized dew, and with it, it is my solemn duty. Actually, probably that way. There we go. It is my solemn duty to send some carpenters in to work on it. Get foragers back in their camps as well. New Cornerstone time, training grounds. It's offering me a second level of spices, so I would get +2 to urban root production for every one of every 70, for every 75 biscuits produced. I definitely, obviously don't need that at this point. Obviously not relevant to us in any way. Giant vegetables with +2 to vegetable production. I mean, if I need vegetables at any point, I can get them. I don't, though. The only one that can really affect me, because I will never have food problems, is training ground. So I'm going to take it, because it theoretically could do something. This brick oven's going to do a lot, though. Oh, man. You know what? I will make a second brick oven and devote it exclusively. I can't believe I didn't make the brick oven earlier. I will make a second brick oven, and I am going to devote the second brick oven exclusively to making incense. It's made of herbs and wood for GD's sake. I'm leaving so much resolve on the table. These brick ovens are best manned by the lizards, so I should find lizards that are not currently employed in their favored jobs and then move them over. I'm so pleased with this run. Just on clean streets the entire time. No flies on me. Come on, brick oven. Open on up. I'm ready to make pies. Oh my god. You can take 3. Incredible. I need to find more. There we go. And I'll take 1 out of the blight post. Finish up that brick oven there. I don't think I need everyone doing that ale at that time. Yeah. I will leave 1 human in there, just so that I know that it will get caught and will raise eventually. Should also probably focus on housing some more at this point. Another small hearth. Could I get away with just building 1 up here for the heck of it? Unfortunately, it looks like right now I would have to destroy my facility in order to make it. Not really if I put it there. I legitimately think I could do that. It's an easy way to get some global resolve. Let's go. Obviously I'm gonna need some more planks for that still. They're all currently being used to make every simple tool in the entire universe. Yeah, so let's get a couple people back in the workshop. The clothier seems like it's underwater constantly. And let's let that simulate for a little bit there. Seems well set up. Oh, I can't wait to actually do some religion, finally. Have some incense so that the humans and the lizards can really benefit. Ooh, 30 planks as well. That's steep. Let's get that Explorer's Lodge as well, so that we can get our education and brawling on also. We do have just some education left over and some brawling left over. We don't have the ability, I think, to make scrolls effectively, yeah, because we can't make wine or pigments, I don't believe. No, I can make pigment. Cookhouse. Yeah, but I can't reproduce easily the stuff that will make pigment. You may make up to 100 pies at any one time if you'd like. High level of corruption. Honestly, I feel like I'm probably not getting to the next season at this point. If I just sacrifice some wood constantly, I think everyone's just going to be happy enough that I win. I won't even have to open the next cache. Which immediately would have done it as well. Ooh, that's a lot of food. That's exactly the thing that's I was about to say that's exactly the thing that's mainly holding us back, but I remembered there is another thing that is particularly holding us back with respect to those levels up. And that is our... Oh, hang on. Get another 50 experience for that deed. That is our artifacts are holding us back. Going to need to get a couple more of them, but now I can frivolously spend food stock. Everything needs artifacts. Well, no, not everything needs artifacts next. Thank you. We can get the +1 to all resource nodes permanently, as well as an embarkation bonus of an ale or a gear delivery line. And then next up, a scroll or an incense delivery line, as well as the gathering technique again. Oh no, I could have done these too! Oh, +1 to embarkation points before going out, and another +1. I wish these were the ones that I clicked, but they were not. they'll have to have a chance of being the things that I click next time. Until then, and I promise it'll be tomorrow, my name is Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Against the Storm. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you then. Oh wait, OBS updated and it broke one of my plugins, so I have to manually do this bit now. So I just have to estimate when it's been about 20 seconds, which I think is like now-ish. Now?